bung bung. Go to claymcmathcomedy.com for all of my tour dates, all of the podcast merch. And if you want to win some free merch, or at least be in the running to win some free merch, share the show. You share it and you send us a little screenshot of your share in the DMs. You've automatically entered the draw to win a monthly free merch item. And it's all logged in a nice Excel spreadsheet. So we know exactly what you've won. So if you win again, you will get a different type of merch. Call it a different level of merch if you want. But you've got infinite entries per month and infinite chances to win. I mean, you once you win once, you're not out of it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So share the show and buy tickets to all my shows available on claymcmathcomedy.com. Specifically, my Fringe show, Not Safe for Netflix, is going to be a riot.
Oh my god, it's so big and strong.
Bung Bung Coffee. Big, strong flavour. Competition? I don't think so. bungbungcoffee.com. Get yours.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Welcome to the Party.
Welcome to the party, bung bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Sabrina Ionesco of podcasting, because I'm good enough to play in the league, but you're not ready for that conversation. I'm here today with Boardman, aka the Carl Anthony Towns of podcasting, because he's just trying to stay in line.
I don't get it.
He kept stepping on the line in the 3-point contest.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I did notice that while he was shooting. They still counted it though, didn't they?
They did, and Dame fired some shots afterwards.
Yeah, as he should.
Yeah.
The line's there for a reason.
Yeah. So he got 26, but he didn't really get 26.
No.
Yeah. What did you think of All-Star Weekend, man?
So I watched the All-Star game, or like most of it. That was a bit of a waste of time. But it is every year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely not competitive. Everyone thinks that they know the answer to how to make it competitive. There's only one man that has ruined All-Star Weekend for everybody. His name is LeBron James.
How's he done that?
By deciding that he was better than the dunk contest. He doesn't want to get hurt in the dunk contest. Now all of a sudden, no one wants to get hurt doing anything on that weekend. It used to be, dude, listen.
Is that actually his reasoning? He doesn't want to get, or like earlier in his career anyway?
I don't know what it was back then, but like, why didn't he do it? Did he ever say why he didn't do it?
No, I don't know. I don't think he ever said it. I just assumed it was like, if he lost, it just tarnished his reputation as...
Lasoff James, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And dude, we are at the point where in 2024, 2023, we've got to bring up G Leaguers.
Yeah.
You have people buying premium tickets, dude. Like, I've never bought an All-Star Weekend ticket. I can't imagine that it's cheap. I can't imagine that it's any type of affordable. Okay, this is where all the celebrities go every year. And you got to go and watch Mac McClung. No disrespect.
I mean, yeah, no disrespect, 'cause he was the best dunker there.
Twice.
Yeah.
You got G League dunker winning it 2 years in a row. What is that?
I think they should just, dunk contest specifically, just open it up to professional dunkers, and let's just see the best dunkers in the world go
That would
for
be
it.
fire. Or you go back, I can't remember what year it was, Jason Richardson from Golden State. I can't even remember who he was against this year, but they brought out a big wheel, like on Wheel of Fortune. And you spin the wheel and it lands on a classic dunk, and you've got to replicate that dunk. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody, everybody's an individual, so everybody would have their own sort of flair that they could add to a classic dunk. And,
Are you kind of handicapped though if you land on something kind of mid compared to, I don't know, like Vince's 360 windmill up against, I don't know, like a reverse lob? Like, how could you beat that?
Well, they wouldn't just put a reverse lob, right? They would all be classic dunks. So like a 2-foot windmill.
So nothing Jaylen Brown did then.
No, like his would never end up on the wheel. But you've got like Michael Jordan's Rock the Cradle or whatever it is. Like that would be on it every year. Like, yeah, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Steve Francis, the list goes on. All I used to do was watch highlights from dunk contests. Like,
I used to love doing that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then just go out and try it on an 8-foot ring.
Yeah. And exactly. And how fun was that?
So fun,
You're just doing what they did, and it was so much fun. So like, why don't they just replicate that? Get these guys to do the classics, and put their own little twist on it. So it's like, we're not just watching replays, but you know what? If they're all classics and we are watching replays, how fun. Do that. And I think you don't get to just put your hand up. I think you earn it. And, maybe it's not pretty, but you have how many people in the dunk contest? 6?
4.
4. So you have the 4 people with the highest amount of dunks in the season up to like 40 games or whatever we're at right now, right? Before All-Star break. But maybe you make it up to the announcement period.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's a lot of big men though, isn't it?
Not really. Like Jokic wouldn't be up there.
Yeah, but I feel like if we looked up the 4 dudes with the most amount of dunks this year, it would be power forwards and centers, because they just slip to the bucket. And
can you look that up?
Dunk. I'll look it up
because, like, I think Jaylen Brown actually might be up there, but yeah, he sucks unfortunately. But the whole weekend was let down. I like skills challenge. I enjoyed that. They were taking the piss. I don't quite understand why Anthony Edwards decided to do it left-handed. Like, you're just taking the piss, man.
Taking the piss and fucking your teammates over in that skills challenge.
Yeah, and you're not good enough at shooting, at least. The other stuff he actually was kind of efficient at, but shooting the ball left-handed, that's not impressive unless you're going to at least be close. What else was there? So dunk contest sucked. Skills challenge, I'm fine with. It was good to see.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, you don't think he could bring you something in the dunk contest?
I think he could, but you got to hear the rest.
Yep.
Jared Allen.
Yeah. Okay.
Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
And Giannis.
Yeah, that sucks. So maybe that's.
I get where you're coming from, but
leave the dunk strategy out of it. But 3-point contest, you don't get to put your hand up. Highest 3-point percentage, right? Up to 35 games or whatever that year. And you don't have to play 35 games. It's just like up to that point of the season, get the top 6 or whatever, and they're in. Winner of it. I know people in the 3-point contest are trying to hit shots already. You don't really need an incentive.
It's the best part of the weekend.
Yeah. So maybe only for the dunk contest leave, but maybe even for the 3-point contest as well. Because like if something's on the line, there's going to be a little bit of extra like something in you, right?
Yeah.
One more win in your win column for the season. So you've had to earn the spot to get in. You don't just get to put your hand up. And then after earning the spot, you win and you get an extra win column, an extra win in your win column. So that could affect seeding, or it could get you out of the play-in and into the playoffs. It could do all types of shit.
Be interesting.
It would be so much fun.
Interesting.
And then I think Rising Stars challenge money because they're all on their first contracts. So money's sort of fun for them. I didn't watch it. Did they play hard? I saw Matherin Matherin was going at Ivy, I think.
Yeah. That was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah. So maybe they don't need incentive, but
that was good. And then like the G League is when they beat one of the NBA teams.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that. That was good though.
So that's pretty cool. Maybe they've got maybe that event is fine. But I think a cash incentive for 1, G Leaguers, and 2, rookies and sophomores who are still on that initial contract, like a cash incentive could be good for them. Dunk contest, yeah. If it's NBA players, yeah, winner also gets a +1 in the win column for their team that year. And All-Star, everybody's said this already, but whoever wins West or East gets not top seed, but top seed. They get home court advantage in the finals, which is important. It's super important. And like whether home court advantage is an advantage, but it's also you've got higher chance if you win. You've got a higher chance of winning at home, which is like incredible.
Yeah. I'm keen to see that. There has to be some change, man, because they can't just keep going.
It was trash. They scored 350 points.
It's just a mockery of the sport.
There was no defense, just no dogs. Like, Kobe was legit in an All-Star game just forcing LeBron James left. Forcing him left, bro, for a whole All-Star game. Like, you don't see that shit. Not only don't you see someone force someone left, it's all fast breaks. It is just layup lines. And then they're like, oh, this is the highest scoring All-Star game ever. And it's like, no shit, dude.
Yeah, I saw Adam Silver wasn't too impressed with that. Did you see his remarks?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, straight after the game, I think he jumped in an interview and said, and it was the most points ever, but he was just so unamused. Like, he wasn't impressed by it.
Well, hopefully he's doing something. And I do like Adam Silver. I think he's a bit of a gangster as well. So I think...
Yeah, he's trying new shit. He's been...
I did like
stuff.
The in-season tournament sounded kind of boring to me and annoying. And then when it happened, I was like fully into it. So I think, he'll show us something next year because that was horrific. Did you see any statistics of All-Star game viewers over the last 15 years? It has just been a steady decline, and this one was the least by like huge numbers.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised. What do you think of the courts? Like the light up.
The light up. Very cool. It was like, for a second when I first saw it, I thought it was an ad or it was like AI or something.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but remember when they did the intros? This was a few years ago, maybe even more than a few, but at player intros. I don't know if every court did it. I know Bulls did it, maybe Cleveland did it, and they had all these 3D graphics on the court. That were
like projecting on.
Yeah, and the floor would like open up and fall away.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I don't know why they went away from that. I thought that shit was so sick.
Easily bring it back with this technology.
Yeah.
I just didn't know about it in the only time I really noticed it was the shootout between Steph and Sabrina. Like their faces were like glowing green.
Yeah, the last ball.
Too much.
The last ball, it was like a full like strobe light on each rack. But you're traveling between racks, but like, yeah, it's still enough to like discombobulate you before the next shot. I think.
Yeah. If they're going to use it again, just turn it down a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, they both shot the lights out, so obviously it didn't do much.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
so
cool.
she scored 26. That's what Dame, the winner, scored in the men's shootout.
Did he even get to that in the final?
I don't know.
I think in the first round there were 4 guys that got 26.
Yeah. He didn't get in the final.
I think he got 25.
Yeah, right. So she basically won. Dude, she can shoot the lights out, man.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's better shooter, her or Caitlin Clark?
I don't know, man. I don't follow women's basketball close enough.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark. She actually just broke the scoring record in the
all time.
WNCAA or NCAAW.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
NCAAW. So she pulled up from 40 feet for 3, and that was the bucket that got her over.
That's what got her over.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah,
impressive. And she still has quite a few games to go from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, like March Madness still hasn't happened yet. Like, so, and she can like, she's one of those players that can single-handedly bring her team to like the Final Four. So she'll score another, few hundred points.
Yeah. Hopefully she has a good run.
Yeah. It's one of those records where you're like, can someone actually do this again? But it just seems like
they're all there to be broken, man.
Yeah, exactly. How's your week been anyway?
Yeah, it's been all right. I actually had a little story I wanted to tell you. So
yeah, hit me.
So I had a bit of a health scare on the weekend. So I was just laying on the couch and we were meant to be going out for dinner, and I looked down my wrist and my skin was a bit yellow.
Jaundice.
Yeah, dude, I started like diagnosing on Google. I was like, my liver's failing. I got jaundice. I was about to cancel dinner plans. Anyway, I thought, let me just go have a shower, see if I got something on my wrist, and let's see if we can scrub it off. Did that, still on my wrist. I was completely freaking out, man. I just thought that was it. Went to tell Hannah, and she just started laughing at me. So earlier that day, she asked me to put what I thought was moisturizer, because when she asked me to do things, it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So I helped her put this moisturizer on her back. Turns out it was fake tan. That shit's just white these days.
Yeah,
I always thought fake tan had like a tan color to it.
Nah, dude, because you've probably heard this joke. I've got a joke about fake tan where I put it all over my body and I look down and I'm going on like the whole show I'm talking about how I'm 50% black, and then I look down, I'm 80% black. And that's like a true story. Like I was using my mum's lotion.
I remember.
Yeah, and it's white. It just looks like. And back then, I don't even know if I knew about fake tan back then, because I was probably 14.
Yeah, that would have been pretty freaky. But
yeah, but
anyway, that nearly fucked up my whole weekend.
So fake tan on the wrist.
Yeah, just a bit. It just looked like my liver was failing.
And ladies, this is what you look like. This is what you're walking around looking like. You look like you got jaundice, dude. Take it easy, man. Yeah,
so anyway, crisis averted. We still went out for dinner that night.
Yeah.
Didn't have to go to the ER, so it was
yeah,
fine.
Good. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but,
health scare, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the most interesting thing that's happened to me since I last saw you. How about you, man?
Well, on Saturday, we celebrated our Valentine's Day. Or did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
No.
No judgment here. I don't really believe in it. It's a Hallmark holiday. We had fish and chips. That's our ritual. So we had fish and chips that night. But on Saturday, I was like, let me take you out. I'll do something that like I don't do. We went out and got manicures together. And what else did we do? It was like 3Ms. Manicures, massage. I got a massage.
Nice.
Got Rach a massage. I didn't get one because I had Kenny.
Yep.
So I just took Kenny to the park. Rach got a massage. Then we went and got macarons. We had macarons. And then we went and got manicures. And shout out to Gossip Girl. That's where I got the idea. Still plugging away at Gossip Girl, but Sabrina and Blair were going through some bullshit, and they were like, how about macarons, massages, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Rachel, love that. So that's what we did. Dude, this bitch butchered me, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Like, you still a little fucked up now, or just barely, on the day where you feel
barely, but you can see like a little scab in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was caning for like 48 hours.
Went a bit too hard on the old, what are they, cuticles?
Something like that, man. Like that. She got in there, dude. And then at the end, they put on something that's like disinfectant. And it was like
when you go to the barber and you get lined up. And
aftershave or whatever. Yeah. Dude, she massacred me. Like, I almost bled out right there in the chair, dude. I couldn't believe it. She's like, sorry.
Oh, shit.
You know?
Oh man.
Shit. So I did that, and also I went to opening night of Fringe, and I saw one show. So I just want to give a shout out to Thomas Green, not Tom Green of Freddie Got Fingered fame. This is Adelaide, born and raised Tom Green. He's now a comic in the UK, but I went to go see his show Tangent. And basically, he's written all these jokes that they're all stories from real experiences in his life, and he's just got post-it notes posted up on the curtain behind him, and he just lets crowd members choose them. So every show is different. He doesn't tell every story in the show. It was fun. He's very funny. So if anybody is looking for something to see, go see Thomas Green Tangent after you've bought your tickets to Not Safe for Netflix. What do you reckon? Do we get into close reviews?
Let's do it.
Comedy, action, or horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes. This segment is Clay's Reviews.
So we were supposed to watch a black movie this week, but went with another rom-com. So happy Valentine's Day yet again, folks. We'll get a hood flick next week for Black History Month. So we watched Players on Netflix.
See, I thought this was a hood flick when you told me what it was called.
Oh.
That's why I was like, oh, we'll just do that this week then.
Oh, okay.
You can see where the misunderstanding was.
Yeah, it had Damon Wayans Jr. in it.
There's a black guy in it.
Yeah, at least there was a black guy. They tried to be pretty diverse. Okay, so that Damon Wayans Jr. was one of the main. The woman seemed to be an Asian American or something.
Maybe Filipino. Gina Rodriguez. If she's Asian, surely Filipino with that name.
Filipino is Asian. That counts.
Yeah, I know, but like
Rodriguez is kind of like Latina, right?
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez would be like Mexican, right? From Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious, assume so.
Yeah, so there's that, and then they had like the funny man who I'd never seen before. His name was Augustus. In real life, his name's Augustus, but his name was like Brandeis or something.
Is he the dude with the like curly hair?
Yeah, his name what's his name? Do you have it? Brannigan or something.
Augustus.
No, that's his.
No, it's Brannigan. Yeah,
Brannigan. Yeah. Augustus is his real name. Pugh. Augustus Pugh, I reckon. Prue. Florence Pugh's who I'm thinking of. She's like everyone loves her, and I think she, like, no offense. No, I don't want to get into, objectifying women, but I feel like I could walk past her in the city. I feel like she's not like the baddest thing going around. On Twitter, you'd think, I don't know.
Twitter's a crazy place, man.
Yeah. That other chick too with the tits from Euphoria. Everyone's obsessed with her at the moment.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, it's like just look past her. Just bring your eyes up a second and just understand that shit's just not all sweet all the time.
I know exactly what you're saying.
She's got good tits. I get it.
Yeah.
But
they're great.
Yeah, let's not just act like this is the baddest bitch on the planet, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you on that.
Yeah. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, Brandeis or whatever his name. Brannigan. He was bi in the movie. I don't know about real life, but yeah, they were really trying to tick some boxes in this one. Even the love interest was, well, I think he was English, but he kind of looked maybe like he was Middle Eastern or something. Nick. Yeah.
Yep.
I think they definitely just had to check boxes. I don't even know if people auditioned for this one.
I'm just having a look, and I don't know if there was a box that went unchecked.
Yeah, dude.
Cast.
They had the black girl too. They had two black girls actually. Yeah, it was a lot of box checking. Good on them. Good for you. You're mad woke. You're mad equal. But how about we just focus on making a good film, man? Because this shit was like no rewatchability, barely any watchability, honestly. I got so lost in the stereotypes and the tropes that it was supposed to be grounded in reality. I couldn't find reality really anywhere.
No, there's no one that behaves like that in real life.
No. The wildest part of this film to me came quite early on, like second scene maybe. They helped Brannigan, I think, in the first scene run a play. And they run play. This is why it's called Players. They run plays like it's sports, to pick up people. It's all big game. It's all funny, fucking with people's feelings, right? So that's what they're doing. They run this play for Brannigan at the start of the movie, and he, it's a guy, I think, because we need to know very early on that he's bisexual, and then for the rest of the movie, he's into chicks only. No, the first one's a girl.
He's a girl, and then after that, he's only into guys.
Yeah.
What did he say? Like, he got close to her and she smelled funny, and then after that, he's only into dudes.
Yeah, wild, bro, wild. But anyway, the next play is the chick has this guy on Tinder or something that's into fishing. She goes home, changes her whole apartment up. She brings out a fucking tackle box and a fishing rod, and she puts a fishing show on TV and doesn't clean her pussy. I don't know what she's doing. And this guy, she breaks into his mailbox. She lives in an apartment building. Breaks into his mailbox and puts a fishing magazine in there with her name and apartment number in there. So he's got to come up and be like, oh, this was in my thing. Oh, are you watching this? Like that's how stupid guys are, bro. Like if you're watching the NBA and I knock on your door to bring you Slam magazine and I see you watching NBA, I'm just like, man, I got to fuck this chick now.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird.
It's fucking crazy. It is crazy. Anyway, they bang. He leaves and she starts to feel lonely, right? This is not fulfilling me. I'm an empty person. And because only empty person would act this way. She looks at a photo of her dead parents and like fucking smiles at it and salutes it. Like I've just fucking snatched another body, folks. Like,
yeah.
I hope you're proud.
I hope you're looking down on me.
Yeah. I couldn't really move past that for the rest of the movie, man. I'm not sure if I remember the rest of the movie after that.
I mean,
dude.
Didn't have too many notes on this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think we knew where this one was going from the get-go. After
that
the
one
first
walk.
the first interaction with those two.
Yeah. I said to Rach out loud, I was like,
Yeah.
so these two are in love.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're walking down the street. Like, you don't walk your friend home, really.
No.
No. Unless
Unless you're in love with them.
you want to bang him a little bit. Yeah. Or you're in love with them. One of those two. I just can't believe you would pay respect to your dead parents after you fuck somebody, man. I just
that's
think
crazy. I must have missed that scene, but that's
Oh, man. That alone, yeah.
Did she actually salute?
She didn't salute. But she just caught a body, and the first thing she did was like walk over to her like mantelpiece and like
have a solemn moment.
Yeah, I was like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a move?
No, I got no game.
You've never made a play on a chick, like a intentional, I'm gonna do this and see if no?
No, never done it. Have
You've
you?
never done like an accidental text on purpose?
Is that a move?
Yeah, that's a move. That's a play, bro. It's a setup.
I feel like all of their plays were like in-person interactions.
Nah, yeah, they were in the film, but like a accidental text on purpose or like a MSN Messenger message.
Oh,
that was meant for a friend,
okay.
you know?
Yeah,
dude.
That was the go-to. Oh, sorry, my friend sent that.
Yeah. Oh, how hot's Georgina, man? Like, how should I ask her out? Oh, shit, man. That was meant for, so embarrassing. You know? That was one of the earliest ones. Tell them what they need to know. You know, tell them what they want to hear is one as well. And that's just, it's pretty foul, but it's no fouler than taking 4 dates before you actually reveal your true self. Because that's all like, dating is all fake.
Yeah, it is. What am I trying to say? I kind of duped Hannah into this relationship.
Yeah.
She found out a few months later how weird I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I go in, I pretend I'm all normal, I'm not anxious, I don't think my parents hate me, I don't question my sexuality, I go in there thinking I'm all good, I let them think that I'm all good. And then, they find out later that you're just like an insecure mess, you got anger issues.
That's the thing, man. Everyone's got some type of issue.
Yeah.
Everyone's got something they're hiding.
Treat them mean, keep them keen. You ever done that?
Wasn't very good at it.
No?
Nah. How about you?
My later years is where I found the value in that. But when I was young, like anything less than 18 really, it was just love bombing. Just like make this bitch afraid of you, level love. That was all I knew, dude.
Yeah, probably guilty of that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think last week kind of mentioned negging, which I did read the game. Did you ever read the game?
No, I remember when a few of you guys read it, but I never read it.
Yeah. I do believe that negging works. There's something where people want to be accepted. So like negging is where you give like a backwards compliment. So you kind of showing your interest, but you're also like bringing them down a peg as well. So like,
like you'd be pretty ass if you cut your hair or whatever.
Yeah,
like that type of shit.
Yeah. I guess the psychology behind it, and I don't believe in this type of I don't believe this is appropriate behavior. Okay. It's borderline bullying and manipulation, which is gross. But I think the psychology behind it is like, especially with someone who you like classify as like, you know, if you want to put a number on it, a 10. Someone who like has that attitude where they're kind of they're above people, they're out of your league or whatever, and you hit them with that level of confidence where it's like oh lovely to meet you, like oh like is that a new hairstyle, like yeah that'd look really nice if it was a little bit longer or something like. So it's not like a direct like God your ears are huge, you know. It's like just a little something.
Just keep them on their toes.
Yeah, fucking have a think about this, you know. And then it makes them think that you've taken like a little shot at them, so they're not perfect, but you've also got like this level of confidence where you kind of think maybe he thinks he's out of my league, you know. I don't know. It's yuck. It's not something that I'm too into. It's very uncomfortable that you're playing with people at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never been one to try that.
Yeah, and it's not something I'd be too keen on. Like, people think they're giving me a compliment when they, fucking hell, cunt, you're tall. I'm like, oh, I should kill myself. You know, I fucking hate that shit. So I'm not trying to like come at someone for their haircut or how close their eyes are to each other or, you know, how big their Adam's apple is or whatever. But have you ever had any like bad dates?
I'm sure I have. I just didn't know it at the time. I mean, yeah, there's a few of them. I can't like recall the exact dates, but I just remember feeling like, fuck, that didn't go well. That wasn't good. Because
of you or them?
Probably because of me, because I was just so self-conscious of myself at the time.
Yeah. I've had a couple. I remember one where I was just like distracting myself through a breakup. So I was just going on like mad dates. And I went out with this girl. She was really cute and really nice, but she was like hell into politics, and she hell wanted to talk about politics. And like I let it go like for a little bit, but then I just got to a point where I was like, surely you can't like believe everything you're saying, like, because she was like so like one-sided. And it was like very Australian politics, so like I don't really know a lot about it, because it's not as like heavy in the media as US politics, you know. Yeah,
I remember a few episodes back. It took us like 5 or 10 minutes to work out who the ex-prime minister was.
Yeah, and yeah, so I don't know if she worked in the government or something, but she was like into it, and I was like, surely you're not just like blindly. Into this.
Don't have to go into detail. Was she trying to sway your vote at like an upcoming election or something, or she was just talking about it in general?
She was just like really invested in it, I think.
Okay.
And like couldn't stop talking about it. And then I'm glad I said something, and we stopped talking about politics at that point, which was great. And the rest of the night was great. And I actually remember messaging her that week and saying like, I actually did have a good time with you, like would you like to catch up again? And she actually said no, and I think it was based on that.
It's because you're not into politics.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. Better to get that out the way sooner than later if that's going to be a sticking point.
Yeah, but that was like a really strange interaction to have with somebody like that early on.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. I've talked about this on the potty, so I'll keep it brief, but I've had this girl who I went out on a date with who just admitted she basically used Tinder for free meals. And I was like,
it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing to admit it.
And I was like, well, guess what, bitch? This one's not on me.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we had got our drinks at that point, and the waitress came over and said like, oh, you guys got to get any food? And I said, we'll just go straight for dessert. I'm going to get this. I don't know what she's having. And she, are you serious? I was like, yeah.
Ballsy, but fair enough, man.
You're
not her dad. What are you paying for dinner for?
You just told me you're here for the free meal and like it's not going anywhere is essentially what she said. Like, that's what I do. I was like, well, you're not getting my fucking money. And then I paid for what I had and didn't pay for what she had.
Power to you, man.
And like, if I've got a feeling that's what you're doing, you know, whatever. But if you think you're so fucking good that you can say it to me and I'm still, who am I, bro? Bro, what kind of sucker am I?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're a sucker if you pay for that meal.
Yeah. That's wild, bro. And like, hey, apologies to any sucker niggas out there, bro. But my advice is don't be a sucker. You feel much better about yourself, man.
I wonder how many other dudes she dropped that line on and they still just bought her dinner.
Yeah. I hope lots. I hope I didn't have some energy where she thought that I was that much of a bitch where she could just fucking
reveal the plan.
Yeah. That's nuts, man. But a friend of mine worked with her and I didn't know that. And she actually she went viral at one point, and people might remember this. I can't remember the venue, but some venue like outed her.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came in there wanting free food for a post, and they were like, no. And she threw a tantrum or whatever. And my friend sent that to me and was like, how fucking, like, I can't remember what he said, but I was just like, I went on a date with that bitch and she was trying to get free food from me too. And he was like, no fucking way, I'll work with her.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Back when I was on the apps, I actually remember matching with her once.
Oh,
and
yeah?
she started talking to me and I just thought it was sus because I was like, nah, this chick seems a bit out of my league. And I just left it. I stopped.
She wasn't all that though.
No, she wasn't all that.
Yeah.
She wasn't all that. But
fake tit.
But
like,
it makes sense now. She was just trying to get free meals out of dudes.
And you know, some dude probably paid for those tits. Some sucker, bro. Sorry to hear that. Dude, there's a dude that we both know actually that has, you know, a number of ex-girlfriends who have had their tits paid for by him. It's fucking outrageous, bro.
Dude, we know.
Yeah. We always, dude, every episode, there's always a part where we say, we got to talk about this off camera, and then we just don't talk about it.
Catch up over dinner.
Yeah, dude. Because
go through the old apps.
Because last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago, I was talking about Lucy, and you were like, "Oh, we got to talk. You got to tell me who this is." Shout out again to Lucy, another girl on Tinder, man. She was a professional at angles, man, and she knew it. And we went to meet at this cafe, and I looked around the cafe.
Oh, sorry, like photographic angles. Like she's not a mathematician. All
yeah,
right.
Well, maybe she is. And I looked around and I couldn't recognize anyone, so I sat down by myself. And she approached the table and she goes, the first thing she said to me was, "Are you disappointed?" So she knew what she was doing. And you know what my response was, bro?
I want to know what your response was to that.
And like I said, remember how I said when I was younger, I used to love bomb? I got to a certain point in my life where I realized that wasn't the move. And I mean, I wasn't trying to get with this chick, especially after I saw her, but I wasn't trying to like just be friendly for no reason. And I gave her there's another type of bomb that people know of called a truth bomb. And I hit her with one of those. She said, "Are you disappointed?" And I said, "What do you think?"
Fuck, man. You're a savage. That's fucking crazy.
But I bought this bitch a coffee. I bought her coffee.
That's noble.
And I fucking left. We didn't sit down and talk. I said, "How do you take your coffee?" And she told me and I got it for her. And I said, "I'm out."
Could have been worse. You could have just stormed out. That's, I don't know, you get some like nobility points for that shit.
It's pretty hectic though.
That's still fucking nuts.
It's nuts to arrive at a venue that a person's already at and not recognize anybody, bro. There wasn't like a thought in my mind where I was like, "Oh, it could be that chick." Heavy.
Yeah. I really want to say like a side by side now.
I don't even know if I remember her name.
Like Instagram versus a photo from like an iPhone 5 or something.
Yeah. I don't think I remember her name because that was just like a Tinder person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been some bad dates. The most boring bitch on the planet I think I've been on a date with, dude. And she was a model by profession. It's so you get pretty excited. I was telling all my friends before we matched with her on Tinder in Melbourne. Turned out she was from Adelaide, but I'd never even seen her on the app in Adelaide. We get to talking, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm actually from Adelaide." I was like, "Perfect. How about we catch up when we're both in Adelaide? Because I'm like on a boys' trip. It's not going to be very high value." She's like, "Yeah, sure." Get to Adelaide. We go out. She's like, "How about?" She recommended, "How about we catch up for a drink?" I meet her at this bar. She orders a water, bro. What the fuck is that?
I'm still just trying to do the math on this one. So she went to go out for a drink, but she just gets a water.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a beer, but I felt mad self-conscious drinking. I felt judged.
Did you say anything to her about it?
I didn't. And she didn't say much for the whole time. She was so boring, bro. But then at the end, come back to my place type vibes. I went back to her place, bro.
I wonder if she just didn't drink at all, but
No, she did. She did.
She did?
She did.
That's weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing on that one.
Yeah, it was nuts. And maybe, sometimes people don't feel like a drink, and that's fine. Why would you ask someone to catch up for a drink then? Why not we go out for dinner? Why not coffee? Why not this or that?
Yeah, there's options.
Go for a drink. Now I'm at a bar. You got a water. That's boring, dude. And then you got no conversation skills. Boring. And then we go back to your place. Great. That was fun. Yes. So hot. But
hey, cheap night for you, man. It's
Yeah,
a lot cheaper than
yeah.
dinner.
cheaper than that. Yeah, that bitch trying to get free food out of motherfuckers. But just the level of boring on this bitch was so crazy, bro. I've never encountered anyone like it before in my life. I'm not kidding, dude. There was a lot of I don't knows. I was trying to make conversation happen. What do you like? What do you like to do? Oh, I don't know. What do you mean? What's your favorite type of movie? What's your favorite movie? Oh, I don't really know. It's are you a human being?
Yeah, I guess you can't win them all, can you? Sometimes you just win that genetic lottery.
Yeah, and you wonder
that's it.
You wonder if the guy that ended up with her, if anybody, is so shallow that he just doesn't give a fuck. It's I got a hot chick. Who cares? I don't really care about personalities, or if it's someone equally as boring.
Could be either or, man. Oh, I wonder though.
Yeah,
I really wonder.
Yeah. Well, what they
that'd be really fucking boring to come home to every night.
Yeah.
In one way.
Because with girlfriends in general, the question, what do you want for dinner tonight, is mostly met with I don't know.
I hate that one.
Yeah. Where do you want to go? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. That kind of stuff. But you can still talk to them about your day, about their day. Yeah. I just can't imagine literally not conversating.
Now I'm doing it.
She's rubbing off, man. And she was I think she was maybe there was, not that I could pick up on what she was saying because she wasn't saying much, but there was just an energy she had where I think she was maybe hyper intelligent.
Oh, so what, she thought she was too smart to talk to you?
Not too smart, but just doesn't have people skills. Geniuses are just fucking they don't have that intelligence for day-to-day communication, emotional intelligence maybe or something. She seemed heaps smart, but like I said, there wasn't.
That still doesn't explain drinking water when you've asked someone to go out for a
No, that is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you have a best date?
Nothing that jumps out.
Nah, neither really. Once you're in a relationship for a long time, your dates I think get better because you're you don't want to do something crazy for someone new. Because one, it might not work, and two, you might end up being a story. This fucking psycho took me on a hot air balloon. Thought he was going to kill me, you know? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought
pretty vanilla with the dates. I remember this one date, and I did this a few times. We went bowling,
yeah.
and I'd like
And you're just smoking.
yeah, dude. That's the thing. I was just out there just practicing.
Yeah.
It's just
You were you're at All-Star Weekend, bro. It was
Yeah,
layup lines,
man.
bro.
having the time of my life. But then this one time, this one chick actually beat me, and that was the last time I ever saw her.
Can we name her?
Nah.
Off camera.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Never to be discussed again.
No, I'm still like ashamed, but
Fuck.
yeah, shit just wasn't the same after that. I just couldn't look at her the same.
Wow. Will I know her?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited, man.
Yeah, it happened, and I'm not kidding though. I never hit her up again after that.
That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. What did you give this movie?
I gave it a 6. We were actually laughing a bit while we were watching it. Hannah thought it was like the best thing ever that I was watching this rom-com with her.
Wow, these girls got spoiled the last couple of
She
weeks.
thought she was getting roped into a hood movie, but turns out it was a rom-com.
Yeah, she got 3. These girls have got 3 rom-coms in a row. And then next week, I think we got to see somebody kill somebody.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. What did you give it?
I gave it a 5. I would 5. There were some laugh out loud moments. I liked Benedict or whatever his name was. I thought he was really funny. Brannigan. The little black chick acting drunk at the park, I thought
that was funny.
That was really funny. She was crazy.
I had to like double take. She looks like a young Lala Anthony. What are your thoughts on that?
Lala has a lot more sex appeal, but she's had a lot more surgeries.
Like a young, smaller Lala.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. She had the big eyes. And the ending, the little speech at the end, I was pretty happy with.
I can't even remember it.
The Mexican and the
yeah,
black
just like
guy.
Professing her love to it.
Yeah. 5, man. Can be missed. Don't feel any pressure to watch it. But if your girl's looking for a rom-com and maybe one that she hasn't seen, this is brand new. So yeah, you can watch it, but don't expect anything. Welcome to the Poddy on everything. Follow, rate, review, 5 stars. Claiming Math Comedy for all my tour dates, all the merch options. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bang bang.